Hey, what's up? It's Privacy J here. Now, this will be a discussion about these two compared DJI Osmo Pockets, the Pocket 3 or the Pocket 4. So, you know that guys that I'm almost 26 tomorrow, which means that we're gonna have a test the gimbal camera out very soon. So we're about to look forward for it. That will be a surprise. So let's go to today's topics about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 versus the Osmo Pocket 4, which is another one. So we're still continuing for this one until tomorrow, until the finale after my birthday update. So the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 or the Osmo Pocket 3, just how different are these gimbal cameras? And is there really a decision to be made? When you purchase through links on our site, we may earn an affiliate commission. I remember when I first tested a DJI Osmo Pocket camera, the idea was unusual, but now it's a camera type the world can get enough of. And another manufacturers are racing to catch up to the standard set by DJI, especially by the Osmo Action 3, the edition, which really seemed to take off. Part action camera, part vlogging tool, this device brings everything that DJI has learned about keeping the video stable even in shaky drones and puts it into anyone's hand, almost like a tiny film rig. With the arrival of the Osmo Pocket 4, the DJI hasn't reinvented the formula, but it hasn't refined it in ways that matter. So how does the new model stack up against the already excellent Osmo Pocket 3? That camera took some big leaps, new image sensor size, big rotating touchscreen. This time, there are serious questions from asking: is the inevitably inevit, inevitably cheaper? The Osmo Pocket 3 now better value through to should you upgrade. The comparison table so far, what to know about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 versus the Osmo Pocket 4. The sensor 1-inch CMOS 100 12.7-bit dynamic range, 1-inch CMOS. We'll say 4K 120 frames per second, and video max for the Pocket 3, the video max for the Pocket 4, 4K 240 frames per second, and the color 10-bit HDR, and the D-Log, and it's 2-inch touchscreen, the same, 9 megapixels, 37 megapixel stills resolution, the micro SD card for the Pocket 3, and the 107 gigabytes built-in storage for the Osmo Pocket 4 and Pocket 3. The Active Track 6 for the Pocket 3, and the Active Track 7 for the Pocket 4 for subject tracking. The battery life 120 minutes and 140 minutes approximately. There is very little to tell the two devices apart. Both are simple and easy to use, and it can be extended at the base with a handle or a battery handle, depending on your need. Rotating the screen acts as a switch, though it can be also can also be asked to remain on in portrait mode for social media creators. The additional physical buttons do make for easier usability because there is less need to navigate the touchscreen menus, which in turn have been slightly refined, a minor win for ergonomics, especially humans who make regular use of the digital zoom, but no reason to buy a new device if you have a Pocket 3. The video, as I say, built and handling, um, yeah. So yeah, and let me see what we have. If you're shooting out a shooting video during the day, you will not be seen. You see a huge distinction between the two cameras. They both comfortably capture 4K 60 with good looking color and even offer good slow motion. So only 120 frames per second on the Pocket 3. It has to be said 240 frames per second is more impressive. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Anywho's, if you're out shooting video during the day, you will not see a huge distinction between the two cameras. They both comfortably capture 4K 60 with good looking color and even offer good slow motion. Though only 120 frames per second on the Pocket 3, it has to be said 240 frames per second is more impressive. I enjoyed trying this out. For those more into the subtleties of color and editing, the option of a flat 10-bit D-Log HDR color profile, as well the HLG the Pocket 3 was limited to, or sorted filmic tones in the app, is a definite improvement. The difference in the actual quality in low light isn't all that much, as the sensor is the same, but the DJI has managed to eke out 14 stops of dynamic range rather than 12.7 stops in the newer model. And these stills from the Pocket 3 and the Pocket 4 samples. The Pocket 4 can shoot significantly higher resolution images at 37 megapixels and correspondingly bigger panoramic images by automatically turning the gimbal and stitching shots. In both cases, ending the video, the camera handles lower light well thanks to the combination of a larger image sensor than some action cameras and image processing algorithms. In no case is the Pocket 4 going to be your main stills camera, but if you have nothing else, it'll leave you slightly happier than the Pocket 3. Both leave you a raw file to tweak, though. The arrival of a generous amount of internal storage does make the Pocket 4 camera easily grab and go, but it's not the only thing vloggers will appreciate. Many will also notice the power for onboard handling of beauty modes and the slight but noticeable improvements to the subject tracking. Microphone connectivities exist on both models, so it's easy to connect one of DJI's Bluetooth mics. And while the Pocket 4 can the- theoretically record more channels, so gets a slight win, the working process will likely be the same. The Pocket 4 does boast the option of a clip-on fill light which rotates with the camera. However, which is handy for a lot more scenarios than you might imagine, especially if you want sparkling eyes in your vlogs. Although the battery life is a light is a battery life is a little better on the Pocket 4. Both cameras can shoot around 2 hours or more in 1080p, so it doesn't feel like a massive leap to add an extra 20 minutes, especially since the camera can also be charged to 80% in that time, and it is easy to swap the battery handle for users. Overall verdict: my advice is this: if you can get hold of it, the best advice is to get the Pocket 4 for the built-in memory, better slow mo, and processing capability. Hey, we all need beauty tools someday. Yes, the Pocket 3 was revolutionary device in this category, while the Pocket 4 is a refinement. But who wouldn't want refinements if they could have them? However, those refinements are very definitely non-essential, especially if you already have a Pocket 3, because let's face it, you'll also already have a memory card. If for any reason you can't get the Pocket 4, then the Pocket 3 and a good memory card or two will not seriously hold you back as a creative tool. And you will also benefit from a significant price saving if going for the older of the two models. So yeah. Next topic. Um, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 discounts won't last long now. The Pocket 4's camera's out. But is the new model really that much different? The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 deals make it very appealing choice, even as new contenders appear all over the place. This week, I've been out recording a few quick pieces to camera using the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. It's a really handy tool if, like me, you sometimes want to quickly add a talking head style head style shot to clarify things in a web story and you can't afford to spend a lot of time on it. Why? There are five main reasons. The five main reasons: it shoots in 4K. It uses subject tracking tech to keep me in the center of the shot. It is light and portable with a simple tripod adapter. It charges from USB-C and even has a battery handle, so it's easy to charge and power anywhere. Finally, but significantly, it has a built-in receiver for wireless microphone like the DJI Mic Mini for better sound. The thing is, all of these things are true of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 too, which goes a long way to explaining why it has sold many millions and put the DJI at the top of so many video camera sales chart like Japan best-selling cameras. All of which begs the question: why should I splash out on a new model when the 3 suits my needs? And honestly, I'm finding that difficult to answer, especially because there are some good deal prices. In my case, I am reviewing the tech, and I have also been trusted with an early version of the Pocket 4P. A sibling for the new model, which when it goes on sale will boasts a dual camera system that allows for longer zoom shots, much like an arrangement of multiple cameras on the back of most premium phones. Ultimately, that will be the point. There are refinements in the Pocket 4 that will matter to a few humans. But now we know about the Pocket 4P. It seems like that will be the star of the show. When pricing is announced for that, it's a fair bet it'll be even more too. With that extra camera, I take a more detailed look at that Pocket 3 versus the Pocket 4 difference here. But the crux of it, if it is, the Pocket 4 has 107 gigabytes of built-in storage. If you have a micro SD card, you're probably okay with the older one. So if you're looking for a value in a gimbal camera, the Pocket 3 feels very appealing right now. Okay, so anyways, that's all for the discussion update about the DJI Osmo Pockets, the Pocket 3 or the Osmo Pocket 4. So keep you guys updated, and don't forget, tomorrow's my birthday, son, which means I'm turning 26. So wish me luck for that, and I'll type it in on my community post, which is positive, and especially that we never know. Then I'll let you guys know when it's gonna be officially confirmed. So yeah. So like it, comment, and subscribe. Let me know about it. So we're gonna subscribe to my 3 channels: Privacy J Productions 1, 2, and 3. And my content, all of my social medias will let you know all about it. Facebook, my name is Jaden Garcia. Instagram, JTech727. Snapchat is Coach0727. Follow me on X, Privacy J NYC1. And follow me on TikTok, Privacy J Official, same name on Instagram. So thanks for watching and peace out.